Welcome to a new tutorial. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to crochet this cute 3D star. I've left the yarn attached because I want to make this into a keychain, but this would also work perfectly as a Christmas tree decoration or a bag charm. The written pattern is found inside the Amigurumi Calendar of 2024, and it is our last pattern of this season. Crazy! Thank you so much for following along on this tutorial journey with me, where we have crocheted all the amigurumis inside of this calendar. You will find the link to the calendar, but also the link to the playlist with all of the video tutorials in the description. For this project, you will need some golden thread and some yellow yarn. I'm using cotton organic, no, recycled cotton yarn. Let's pop that into the corner. You will also need a crochet hook. I'm keeping all my crochet hook and everything that I need in my Holiday Whale pouch. I'm using for this project a 3.5mm crochet hook. You will also need a pair of scissors, a darning needle to weave in all the yarn ends, and some stuffing. You will also need to know how to crochet magic circles, single crochets, increases, and decreases. Let's start off by combining the cotton yarn with the glitter yarn. And I want the glitter yarn to be 3 layered. So I am gonna line them up like this. We have a loop here with the end of the golden thread, and then we have a loop here and the yarn that goes to the actual, this is not a skein, I don't really know what to call this, but the roll of golden thread. Then we are gonna line all of these up and make a loose slip knot. Let's put that on our hook. Don't tighten it too much. And then we are gonna make another chain. And then we are gonna make 5 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. And this is our magic circle. So if you are used to making magic circles in a different way, feel free to use whatever method that you prefer, and be careful so that you have your cotton yarn, your golden thread that goes to the hoop, to the roll, and the loop. So that was, oh, I lost my golden threads. Let's try again. The beginning is the trickiest, and after that it's a smooth ride when you have something to actually hold on to. When the loop is only a couple of centimeters long, we're going to take the long thread that goes to our roll of golden thread, and we're going to pull that through the loop. And this makes our golden 3 layered thread longer again. let's continue with doing 4 more single crochets. Like so. On the second round, we are going to crochet 5 increases until we have 10 stitches in total. And a increase is made by crocheting 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So that was our first, and repeat that 4 more times. Time to make the golden thread longer again. On the third round, we are gonna increase again 10 times until we have 20 stitches. So 1 increase in each stitch all the way around. Let's count the stitches just to check that we have 20 stitches. I have too many, so let's back 2 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. On the last round, we are gonna crochet 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat that 10 times until we have 30 stitches. So 1 single crochet and a increase, and repeat that 9 more times. Okay, this was our first circle. We are gonna cut off the yarn. And weave in the yarn ends. I'm gonna try and leave my yarns here tied and neat so I can just pick up that and continue on the next part. I am ending this round with an invisible join, but you can also just weave in the yarn ends without making an invisible join. Let's pull the magic circle as tight as we can. And weave in the yarn ends from the beginning as well. Usually I go around on the front when I weave in, but I feel like when I have the golden thread with me, this is just easier to handle. Okay. That was our first circle. We're gonna make an identical second one, but when you arrive at the end, we're gonna keep the yarn ends attached to our piece, so we're not gonna cut them. Okay, so now we have 2 circles, one where the yarns are still attached and one where they are not. Before moving forward, we are gonna weave in the yarn ends from the beginning of this circle. Okay, now it is time to start crocheting the arms of our star. We're gonna place our 2 circles wrong sides facing each other like this. And if you have difficulties finding which one is the wrong side and which one is the right side has these V's. And the wrong side has a horizontal line where the stitches goes. Okay, we are gonna crochet 6 single crochets on the first circle, which is the circle that hasn't attached the yarn to it. So we are gonna flip this thing around and crochet 6 single crochets, and it doesn't matter where you start on the piece or in which stitch you start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then we're gonna turn and crochet 6 single crochets on the second circle. So here I am counting backwards a little bit so that I know in which stitch I need to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in that stitch. And there we have our start of the first arm. On the second round, we're gonna crochet 2 single crochets, 3 decreases, repeat that 3 times until we have 9 stitches. So we are now continuing to crochet around these 12 stitches that we previously made. And I'm making my decreases as invisible decreases, as they are called, by crocheting them only in the front loops. Like this. On the next round, we are going to crochet 9 single crochets, so 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. On the next round, we are going to crochet 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. Repeat that 3 times until we have 6 stitches. So 1 single crochet, and that is our first arm. Let's cut off the yarn. Pull the yarn through. Then we are gonna reattach the yarn to the next stitch beside the arm, which is this one here. Let's reattach it with a slip stitch. And then we are good to go and make the next arm. So we are going to repeat this arm 4 more times. But before finishing the last arm, we are going to fill it with some stuffing. So you can go ahead and pause the video here and continue making almost 4 arms, and then we will finish up the star together. Okay, this is how your star will look like after making 4 more arms. I have only 1 round left on the last arm, and before I'm gonna do that, I am gonna stuff the star. If your holes in the other arms are big enough, you can also stuff through those. And if you have holes in between the arms, you can just sew them with a stitch in between each of the arms. Enough. I am gonna crochet the last round on the last arm and then weave in all the yarn ends. If you want to make this into a keychain, for example, or a ornament, you might want to leave the last one a little bit longer so that you can hang it up in one of these yarn strands. I am gonna weave in the ends firstly, and then I have some gaps that I'm gonna sew quickly together so that the stuffing doesn't shine through. I am closing the holes on each arm by weaving through the front loops of the stitches. Poke it to the opening where I had my gap, Hopefully I will have enough yarn, and it looks like that. I am actually gonna make this into a keychain for myself, so I will leave one of the yarn strands, probably the longest one. And this is how the star turned out. It is so cute and perfect as a keychain or bug charm or Christmas tree decoration. I can't wait to hear what you're gonna do with your star, if you're gonna keep it for yourself or give it away. Thank you so much for following along on this amigurumi series where we crochet all the amigurumis inside the Amigurumi Calendar of 2024. If you have any suggestions for tutorials that you would like to see on my channel in the future, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!